Island Dreams is brought to you by Rapid True Value, everything you need to build, renovate, decorate, and our associate sponsors. Welcome to Island Dreams. I'm Kimberly Mays. On today's show, we learn about a very special family and their mission to improve the lives of their fellow Jamaicans. When multiple generations of the Shirley family decided to set up a family compound back home in Jamaica, it became much more than the vacation getaway they originally envisioned.
So really, I mean, it's my mom, Blondell, us being in the U.S., and she kind of took us, my parents got divorced, they took us to the U.S. and we all went to school. But there's always that anchoring of wanting to, hunger to come home. My mom was just like, I don't feel right, we need to have a space. So she said, let us just get together. We could buy something, a 3 to 6 acre piece of property, and we could build something, we put together and build something. And we started to actually have family meetings about this. Somehow we end up speaking to somebody about it, and the person said, okay, yeah, I think I might know something. And then he called us back and said he had 63 acres. And we're like, no, you mixed it up. It was 3 to 6, not 63. And so I said, Mommy said, let's go look at it and see what happens. And so I went, and it had the things that we had required, which was we wanted to have a stream. That was the main thing, having some kind of water running through it. And we went, there was a stream, and we looked at the topography of the land, and it was here in St. Thomas. And we just said, okay, let's do it.
Their source farm and eco-village is a planned residential community designed from the start to have a high degree of social cohesion and teamwork.
And then every time we'd come home, somebody would come with us. And they're like, oh my God, these views are amazing. We want to be here. And then before long, I was like, what is this? It sounds like a village to the other people that want to come. And then we're like, wait a second, it sounds like a village. Let's do some research. And in doing this research, we realized there's this whole world out there of intentional communities or village living. And so people all over the world have been setting these things up. And so we started to get some education. We started to tour the various villages. And we realized that there's a whole culture around how do you do this. We got some training from a woman, Diana Christian, who writes books on how do you live together and intentional living in eco-villages and all that stuff. And we applied the knowledge. And so all our friends and family members that wanted to participate, we kind of just went through the protocol of doing that. And my husband and I were the first ones down. And we started to build the structures as they came available as we needed to.
As the source infrastructure continues to build, the community has uplifted their neighbors and greater society with initiatives like their 1-1 Cocoa Natural Farmer Training Program. Dwight Shirley oversees the Source Farm and is as proud of its lovely stone terraces as he is of the medicinal greens he grows naturally.
We are actually now on the source. We're at the source. This is the farm at the source, and this is our organic farm. We grow here, basil, chard, arugula, kale, collard greens, cherry tomatoes, corn, purple sweet potatoes, purple okra, purple callaloo, Malabar spinach, and it goes on and on. We did a fundraiser, and we got people, our members, to donate, and also friends of the source to donate. At the time, I think it was 150 US, and that paid for the stones and for the label to build them, and then we put your name on the terraces. When you have heavy rain, as opposed to being on the flat land, you don't have the trouble with flooding. So as opposed to all your stuff getting soaked, it's able to run off and you don't have so much damage. And it makes use of the hillside land, which, a lot of people are afraid of and they run away from. And it's comfortable, you're not, leaning and killing your back the whole time, which is so important when you're doing this every day. The kale and the collards do really well in Jamaica. And these are typically winter vegetables you grow in the States, but in Jamaica, the collard and the kale can stand up to the hottest temperatures.
the source community, hotels and customers of the Ujima market also enjoy his produce.
The only market in Jamaica that is organically grown produce or naturally grown. So we avoid GMOs, any pesticides, fungicides, any of those things. And we really try to create this market for people who have health challenges and just people who want to eat clean food. The word Ujima is a Swahili word and it means collective work. And so it takes the farmers to farm, the patrons to come and support, everybody along the value chain to kind of come and to make this market work. And that's one of the reasons that you saw us praying in the morning, because we know it's a collective effort.
I do some exotic vegetable like cilantro, arugula, chive, kale, switch chard, along with like our regular callaloo, you have the Kenyan callaloo, parsley, a thing that grow wild, but based on the benefits of it, a lot of us did not know that these things are so important to us. So actually going on the internet, doing some research and seeing how important these things are to us, then I actually just grow them.
The people nowadays are inclined for clean food, and that's what we produce, clean organic food. That's the basic means of healthy living.
It's a choice you make at some point when you find yourself, and I guess the body knows too, you know. And some of us wake up a little bit earlier than some, as we can see here. But you know when your body has had enough of the toxic chemicals.
Jamaica has a lifestyle, and this is a lifestyle, eating. As I said, health is wealth.
I've been dreaming of making bread for about 3 or 4 years, and now I've had the space. I've come to Jamaica. I've been living here for the last 3 months on Source Farm. I've learnt to make bread while I'm here, so I'm making pumpkin bread and oat molasses bread, and I'm getting the feel for it, and I just love it. It's just like my new life.
I try to live as holistically as I can. So, and my things are organic stuff. You know, I have nothing that's no man-made items here. So that it kind of works together. There's a good blend, of in adornment and in and out. We don't have to kill to eat and kill to clothe ourselves. Everything is from the earth that is sustainable and substantial to mankind, So it's just respect due.
As I started gaining popularity in selling turmeric, I started investigating the benefits, the health benefits for turmeric, and found out that it's an antioxidant, it's good for healing cuts, it's good for your skin, it's great for digestion, it's an anti-inflammatory, and the list goes on and on and on.
We worked with Source Farm and also other farms to kind of pull this collective market together so people would have one place that they know that this food in here is grown organically and natural. And we're working now to get all the farmers to be certified.
Everybody knows someone with cancer, or many people with cancer, and they're beginning now to see the connection between food that is highly poisoned, that is very unhealthy for you.
The Jamaica Organic Movement is also in attendance with information on how growing operations can be certified organic.
It serves as a meeting place for people who are like-minded. It's where you can also come and buy your fresh fruits and vegetables and your value-added products.
And it's a stage for the farmers.
It is.
So there's a program that the Source Farm is working with. It's called Jamaica Sustainable Farm Enterprise Program. And it's a USAID program that we wrote and was accepted by USAID. And it funds 70 international volunteers to come to us and help us with everything in the organic sector, from market distribution, certification, production, everything, training of farmers. And so 3.5 years we'll be working with anybody in Jamaica that wants to do organic farming or get them certified, a whole range of things. And from that, the market became an outshoot, because now we're working with all these farmers that we've trained up where they put their produce, so they come here. So this is just one market. We're going to be working on the next market, which will be in Portmore, because there's a lot of demand for organic food in that section. And then we'll be going on to St. Anne.
We have to thank Source Farm for coming up with this, not only the concept, but actually seeing it through
People are kind of working and living from their hearts and putting their hearts and minds and all their kind of aspirations into supplying Jamaica with amazing food. So I think it's just a really buzzy market and kind of the place to be to get your wonderful greens and all the other things.
When people get mad, it's been here for 2 years and we didn't know it was here. So we're very excited that people are really participating. And you know, people are here we start the market at 10. People complain, why isn't it earlier? We go from 10 until 3. Sometimes we're here until 5 because people are just, you know, constantly coming and they're asking us to hold food for them and all that stuff. So it's a good response.
Every second Saturday in Kingston, the Ujima market is a must-stop. Stay with Island Dreams. There's more to come from the Source ECOVILLAGE in St. Thomas, Jamaica.
Want your dream kitchen? Let Rapid True Value bring it to life with custom-built sophistication without the wait. Choose from stylish, ready-to-assemble hardwood cabinets, giving you options to satisfy your every wish. Visualize your complete kitchen with our free design services. To complete the look, select granite, solid surface, or laminate countertops. The latest cabinet hardware, appliances, and accessories. Don't have the cash? Ask about our rapid credit options. So build, renovate, decorate your dream kitchen at Rapid True Value.
A new season of inspirational TV is back. Don't miss Island Dreams, showcasing the best of island living with host Kimberly Mays, Sunday on CVM TV. Tune in for great design eye candy, plus insightful practical ways to create your dream home or home away from home. It's all about celebrating life in the Caribbean. Welcome back to Island Dreams. We're visiting the Source Farm and ECOVILLAGE in St. Thomas. As their website states, the Source Farm Foundation and ECOVILLAGE was established in 2005 to facilitate the need of Jamaicans in the diaspora to return home and to create a place of ecological stewardship and care. Nicola Shirley Phillips and her late husband Charles, or Chaz, were the first full-time residents. A master carpenter, he had a key role in the Source's construction. Many of the buildings have dedications to his memory. The office at the Source is located in a shipping container, one type of sustainable upcycling commonly seen in Jamaica. Another economical building method, known as earth bag houses, has also become the construction technique of choice at the Source.
The first earth bag got built because we were in a very small gatehouse that was here. And we had people coming to visit and they were sleeping on the kitchen floor. And we're like, this can't happen. But we couldn't afford a block and steel. So one of our members who had taken an earth bag, or actually a building with earth workshop in the US, said, why don't you build earth bag? You know, it's very inexpensive and you could do that. So we built the first earth bag by just excavating the side of the hillside. And we spent very little money because the materials are like the polypropylene bags and the chicken wire and whatever, and very inexpensive. And so we built it for like 1.4 million or something like that at the time, years ago. And from that, we realized that, oh my God, this is a really inexpensive way. Then I built my house, and then we've just been looking at inexpensive housing solution, and also about bringing other appropriate technology to Jamaica, and also another methodology.
Island Dreams was fortunate to stay in a beautifully finished earth bag house when we visited.
Carol's house, which is I think that's the 4th house that was built using that methodology, is there's 3 bedrooms. We spent $6.5 million to build it, been inexpensive. NHT is part of always wanting us to do work with them because of his alternative solutions are cheaper. It's actually approved if you have NHT funding. They'll approve that kind of structure. It's in the building code for under Super Adobe. So it now gives another methodology to also bring employment to an area that was really kind of depressed and not having, because a lot of people couldn't build block and steel. So now they have access to building another methodology, which is more people can afford, and also they can afford to build a dome.
Lovely concrete floors and wood accents create a comfortable space where no air conditioner is necessary due to the earth bag construction. Even at night, the flooring was a moderate temperature underfoot.
It's a very cool space where everything else is hot around. Because you're in earth, the thermodynamic happens and you're in a very cool space.
Julia Porter returned from a teaching career in the UK to build her dream home at the source.
6 o'clock, I get out of bed and just put my things on and then walk up to the dome house and take pictures. I've got hundreds of pictures of it. I put them on Facebook. I look at the views. I imagine what it's going to be like when it's finished. And then, like, I might go to Dwight and say, oh, can we add this? Greg, can I have this? And they'll say, yes, no. If you have this, Julia, the structure's going to fall down. Not too many windows, not too many doors. But I've got beautiful views to the east and to the west. So I'm going to see the sunset, the sunrise. And I'm just imagining all my friends and family coming to visit me. So it's going to be a very international space where I'm just going to be able to relax, bake, write, and have a lot of fun with my friends and family, and then maybe have guests as well. Through the corridor, this is going to be like a linen cupboard. Here it's going to be like a library and office, and it's going to have a low wall so that kind of the air can circulate. Just imagine yourself on the deck with your sundowner, enjoying yourself. And then over in that corner, there's going to be kind of a circular, semicircular arrangement where there's going to be a fire pit and then views over onto the sea.
A key part of the ECOVILLAGE's goals is to offer healing services via their wellness center, currently under construction.
This is our amazing wellness center, and we've just named it Ni Mala, meaning ignite the soul. So here we have 2 domes and a beautiful deck for the main dome where we have our yoga. So people on Source Farm, on Tuesday mornings we come down and we have yoga. And this main dome is where we're going to hold performances and have yoga obviously, and people are going to come and enjoy the space, singing, all those other things. Then we have our second dome, and that dome is going to be our bookshop, our office, and a library. So we're going to sell goods and kind of an office space, and also our bathrooms and showers. And then this space here is going to hold our third dome, and we're currently fundraising for different aspects of the dome. And that's where we're going to have the healing arts, like Reiki, and it's going to be treatment rooms, and people can come and offer their services.
Dwight Shirley, also a master carpenter, not only oversees the farm but also construction at the source. His own earth bag home has inspired him to use the building technique for other purposes, like furniture.
My desire for design took me to graduate school for interior architecture at Drexel University. And while at Drexel, I not discovered but found the natural building, and that's been a love of mine since then. And we've been building earth bags and monolithic domes for the last 6-7 years. It's basically you're putting dirt in a bag. So if you have one skilled tradesman on site and you have a bunch of unskilled people, you just have them putting dirt in the bags and laying them down. It's really very simple. The monolithic dome, it's a little bit more involved, but the beauty of this is the speed. So we do an earth bag foundation and then attach a balloon to the foundation. Blow up the balloon, inflate it, and then reinforce it with steel and chicken wire. Put your door and window frames on and then cover that with cement. Recently I was costing out sofas, and I went to Kingston and went to all the furniture stores and looking at pretty expensive sofas that weren't even comfortable. So I said, all right, we made a simple flat earth bag surface before that we used as a sofa. And I did a little research and get the ergonomics and the height, the sitting height correct. And one night I sat here and put this earth bag sofa together and had the guys from the worksite come and render it and flash it so it's really nice and smooth. I've used earth bag to make a sitting bench, shoe storage, steps that enter our space, you know, you name it. So the bags are about 24 inches wide and about 5-6 inches thick compared to a really small block. So with the bag, you end up getting the size of about 3 blocks width without using all that steel, the expense of the steel. And it's really strong, thermally cool wall. So in the hottest times of the day, it's still cool in the building. You don't feel like you're in an oven. So we've been trying to utilize the earth bag in as much building as we can, because it cuts the cost down. And instead of sending the money to the steel company or the cement company, we're putting it in the people. If I have to hire another person, that's another person that makes a living. It's another person that's, supporting his family from work that before it wasn't happening.
More from St. Thomas's The Source Farm and Eco-Village coming up.
Like us on Facebook at Island Dreams TV. Soon come back.
Want your dream kitchen? Let Rapid True Value bring it to life with custom-built sophistication without the wait. Choose from stylish, ready-to-assemble hardwood cabinets, giving you options to satisfy your every wish. Visualize your complete kitchen with our free design services. To complete the look, select granite, solid surface, or laminate countertops. The latest cabinet hardware, appliances, and accessories. Don't have the cash? Ask about our rapid credit options. So build, renovate, decorate your dream kitchen at Rapid True Value.
A new season of inspirational TV is back. Don't miss Island Dreams, showcasing the best of island living with host Kimberly Mays, Sunday on CVM TV. Tune in for great design eye candy, plus insightful practical ways to create your dream home or home away from home. It's all about celebrating life in the Caribbean. Thanks for staying with Island Dreams as we share the story of a unique community right here in Jamaica, in the St. Thomas Hills overlooking the sea. Since 2005, The Source has evolved into a dynamic, innovative model community, demonstrating sustainable living, organic and natural farming, community development initiatives, and a variety of approaches to assist in improving personal and interpersonal relationships. When Island Dreams visited, an intensive month-long permaculture and organic farming course was underway.
The overall class is a 1-month program, 2 weeks of permaculture design and hands-on projects, practicums, and then 2 weeks of organic farming practices. And so I've been lucky enough to come 3 times now and meet amazing people and see them really blossom into productive farmers, and more even just than farming is really that they become more of what they want to be in their life.
The Source brings in international experts to share their expertise with Jamaicans. Jeremiah Kidd is a specialist in permaculture.
Permaculture is a design science that helps us design sustainable communities. And so most people think that it's just farming or a type of farming, but it's actually recognizing the relationships between people and plants and the soil and our structures that we live in, and how do we make all of them connect and relate to each other in a more harmonious and productive way. And this is a moringa tree here, which is very high protein, edible leaf. Also the flower, it's a great fodder to feed to animals, very high in protein. And then it creates a nice dapple shade so that you can grow some shade-loving plants underneath it. So that's really what permaculture is thinking about how different things work together.
We look forward to further future good